Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. So in our previous video, we started discussing the difference between indoor and outdoor activities. And we said that one of the most famous activities that can be done outdoor is camping. Last time, we spoke about all the tools and all the equipment that can be packed in a camping trip. But today, we're going to speak about something different. We're going to speak about the possible places for us to go camping. Let's think together for a minute. The moment you hear the word camping, the first thing that jumps into your mind is a forest. Camping is in a forest. We watch this in the cartoons, in the movies, we hear it in the stories. So why do you think the forest is the perfect place for camping? Exactly, it's wide, it's adventurous, it's full of amazing landscapes and views. You have all the trees and the grass and the different kinds of animals, the rivers, the lakes. So it's a really fun place for camping. So to know more about forests, I have a video here that I want to share with you. And it's speaking or talking about a kind of forest that is called a rainforest. I don't know whether you've heard about it before or not. So let's watch the video together and discuss everything that we watched. Are you ready? Okay. Video about the Amazon rainforest. As we watched in the video, it's not just a small space, it's a vast area, a large piece of land full of grass and trees and different species of animals. For us, the jungle or the forest is just a fun place, but for these animals, it's their home. So a rainforest or any forest actually, it's the home of animals, trees, insects, even fish. So what if I told you that some people are taking this home away from these animals? Some people actually are destroying these forests for other purposes. To know more about this, I need you all to open your ODI books on page 19. Okay, now here, page 19 is talking about something called deforestation. So let's think about this word a bit by bit here. Deforestation. It's coming from the word forest. What does it mean to deforest a place? You're destroying this forest. You're damaging it. Okay? So, it says here, read and find the words below in the text. What is the rainforest like before deforestation? So now we're talking about this deforestation thing. Let's read together to find out more about it. Here we have 3 boxes. The first box is before. So in the picture here, you can see a green forest. It looks normal. The second picture is deforestation. There is a person here in the picture cutting down the trees. So people here are destroying this forest. They are getting rid of it. And now in the third picture, unfortunately, this is after deforestation. It's a ruin, as you can see. It's damaged, destroyed, it looks terrible. So let's read together before. They say here, a rainforest is a dense jungle where it rains a lot. It's a hot and humid place. Brazil had got one of the most important rainforests in the world, which is the Amazon. The Amazon forest is the forest that we watched in the video. The rainforest is home to some amazing plants and animals. 30 million species of plants and animals live there. The rainforest has got the perfect conditions for these animals to live in. Chocolate, pineapples, and sugar are some things that come from rainforests. So, from this passage here, it looks like the perfect place for animals to live. It's their home, as we said. Okay, now let's move to the second box, the deforestation process. They say here, deforestation is the process of clearing forests on Earth. It sounds hopeful, actually. It happens for many reasons. For example, to use the land to grow food or to sell the wood to make paper and other products. Often, people make more money selling the trees than conserving the rainforest. So do you think that selling the wood and getting or earning more money, is that worthy that you destroy the forest and kill all these animals? I don't think it's a good thing to happen or to be done. It's terrible, actually. Okay, let's move to after. What do you think it's going to look like after deforestation? They say here, rainforest areas about as big as a football field disappear every minute. Imagine that every minute, piece of rainforest that large is disappearing every minute. Deforestation can cause drought. What is drought? It's a lack of water, because when you destroy a rainforest, it doesn't rain that much because there are no trees there, and you get rid of the lakes and the rivers, and this can cause the extinction of many plant and animal species in the rainforest and other habitats like rivers and seas. Of course, when you destroy the animals' houses or home, where are they going to live? They're going to die. So they are going to extinct. Deforestation is also a key factor in climate change. Okay, so that sounds awful. And to help you to imagine this even better, I have a video here to show you what does it look like.
Forests cover about 30% of the planet, and the ecosystems they create play an essential role in supporting life on Earth. But deforestation is clearing Earth's forests on a massive scale, and at the current rate of destruction, the world's rainforests could completely disappear within 100 years. Why should we care about deforestation? Together, forestry and agriculture are responsible for 24% of greenhouse gas
to the Amazon rainforest,
making deforestation a significant
and get ready to see some exotic plants and animals that you won't see anywhere else in the world.
Deforestation impacts the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere in 2 ways. First, when trees are felled, they release the carbon they are storing into the atmosphere. Second, trees play a critical role in absorbing the greenhouse gases that fuel global warming. Fewer forests mean larger amounts of greenhouse gases entering the atmosphere, and increased speed and severity of global warming. In addition to helping regulate the Earth's climate, forests provide habitats for over 80% of the plants and animals that live on land. But deforestation destroys these habitats, diminishing biodiversity. Some estimate that 4,000 to 6,000 rainforest species go extinct each year. This also affects the more than 2 billion people who rely on forests as sources of food and shelter. The biggest driver of deforestation is agriculture. Farmers chop down trees in order to plant crops like soybeans, palm trees, and cocoa, or to make room to raise livestock for beef. Logging operations, which provide the world's wood and paper products, also cut countless trees each year. Forests are also destroyed as a result of growing urban sprawl as land is developed for dwellings. The effects of deforestation are grave, but not irreversible. Efforts such as managing forest resources, eliminating clear-cutting, and planting new trees to replace those removed are already being made to reduce deforestation's environmental impact on our planet. And while some plant and animal species are gone forever, combating deforestation can help prevent further loss of biodiversity.
Okay, so as you watched here, it looks awful. Now we're destroying the forest, we're killing all these species of animals and plants, and for what? I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so let's go back to our booklet. Ask and answer. The first question here, what is a rainforest? From what we heard now, what is a rainforest? It's mentioned here actually. It's a dense jungle. Dense means crowded. It's full of trees. It's a dense jungle where it rains a lot. And you can mention, of course, that it has hundreds or thousands of different kinds of species, animals or plants. Okay, the second question here. What is deforestation? We've watched this together. Deforestation is the process of clearing forests on Earth. They are destroying it for many reasons, actually. Some destroy it for wood, others to grow crops. Some people destroy the forest to build buildings or houses. Okay, number 3. What does a rainforest look like before deforestation? It's heaven on earth, of course. It's really green and full of life and animals and plants, rivers, birds. It's really wonderful. And what does it look like after deforestation? Horrible. It's horrible. It's damaged and dead and dry. It's really horrible. Okay, now they say here, think about forests in your country, then talk with your partner. I don't think we have that much forests in Egypt here, but I need you all to make or to do your research and try to find out more about forests. Okay, now let's go to page 20. Camping around the world. We're back to our camping adventures again. And here we have adventures from 3 different kids. Each one of them had an experience, and these people or these kids want to share their experience with us. They see here, they say, read, match the words in blue with the photographs. So we have 3 boxes here, and we have 3 photographs here. Each box is describing one of the pictures. Your job is to match each paragraph or each box to the right picture. The first box here, it says, the Lake District is a great place for camping. It's the largest national park in the UK. I usually visit the Lake District in the spring with my family. I love riding my bike on the paths in the mountains. Mountain biking can be difficult, but it's very exciting. When we are not at the campsite, my dad also likes sailing. There are many different types of fish in the lakes. The mountains and the grassy valleys here are lovely. The girl who wrote this, her name is Melissa. She's 12 and she's from the United Kingdom. Which picture do you think Melissa is? Exactly, picture C. There is the mountain biking and here is the girl. So box 1 goes with picture C. Okay, the second box says, camping in Thailand is great fun. My favorite place is a national park called Khao Samroyot. What a weird name. Khao Samroyot means the mountain with 300 peaks. So at least we know what does this mean. Okay, the mountains are very difficult to climb. There are a lot of things to see around the park. I like watching the lovely birds and other wild animals like deer and squirrels. There are a lot of interesting caves too. Thailand is an exciting place. His name is Alak, he's 12 and he's from Thailand. So which picture do you think it is? Yes, picture B. We can see the cave here. So 2 goes with B. Okay, the third one, of course, it's going to be the first picture. It's so clear, so let's read it together. Volcano is a small volcanic island in Italy. Volcano or volcanic, so they are related, yes. I like camping there in the summer with my grandparents. We sleep in a big tent in the forest. During the day, my granddad rides a motorbike around the island. I like hiking to the top of the volcano. My granny likes walking on the black sandy beaches near the sea. There is special mud in volcano that is very good for your skin. Some people like putting the mud on their bodies. I love visiting volcano. His name is Luca. He's 11 and he's from Italy. So which picture has mud? Yes, picture A. Excuse me. So these 3 kids here shared their camping experience with us. Now, let's answer some of the questions. What can you see both in Khao Samroyot and the Lake District? I actually want you to read these questions, the 4 of them, and try to do it on your own and tell me your answers later. Okay, now let's move to our vocabulary booklet to discuss the new vocabulary that we've learned during this unit. Let's start with the nouns. Picnic. The word picnic, what does it mean? It's an occasion when people pack a meal and take it to eat outdoors. It's like when you spread a sheet on the ground and have all the cookies and the sandwiches and you enjoy spending the day out. Okay, a campsite, we explained it before, it's the place or the location where you choose to camp, to set the tent and have a nice camping adventure. A compass, this is the tool or the equipment that helps you to know the directions. Rucksack, it's a bag carried on your back. It's like a huge backpack that you take with you if you're traveling or going camping. Woods, it's an area of land smaller than a forest. Yeah, it's not as big and huge as the forest. It's smaller and it's covered with trees. Marsh, what's the word marsh? It's an area of soft, wet land. Cows were grazing on the marshes, the soft and muddy places. Okay. Countryside. What is the countryside? It's the land outside towns and cities with fields. It's known in Egypt here, the countryside where the farmers live and they grow the animals, the cows. This is the countryside. Okay, species. Species means kinds or types of plants or animals. Deforestation, the horrible process. Deforestation is the process of removing the trees from an area of land. This is the video that we watched. The deforestation is getting rid of the forests. Okay, number 10, drought. Of course, drought is caused by deforestation. It's the lack of water because there is not enough rain. It's coming from the word dry, drought. It's a long period of time when there is a little or no rain. Okay, and the word extinction, it's coming from the word extinct. It means when an animal or a plant stop existing. All of the animals are dead. Let's say, for example, elephants. They are about to extinct. The number of elephants is getting, it's decreased. Okay, so extinction, it means when a species of animals stop existing anymore, like the dinosaurs. Okay, let's move to the verbs or the phrasal verbs. Do you remember when I told you if we have a verb attached to a preposition, we call it a phrasal verb. Let's start with the verb. Hike. Hike is to walk for a long time. Okay, conserve. What does it mean to conserve something? It's to protect something and prevent it from being changed or destroyed. So here they say the government has introduced new laws to conserve wildlife in the area, to keep it safe, to protect it. So to conserve something, it means to keep it safe and protect it. Okay, let's come to the phrasal verbs. Pick up, it's to lift up, to lift something up. And the antonym is put down. The opposite of pick up is put down. Okay. Put out, to stop something from burning. It's like when you light fire, when you light the fire and then you don't need it anymore, so you put it out. Okay, make fire is to start or to light a fire. This is the opposite. Okay, now the adjectives here, we have the word outdoor, it's of course happening or located outside. And the opposite is indoor, yes. Here we have wet. This is the antonym of dry. Wet is having liquid. It's containing liquid. Dense, it means with a lot of trees, plants, or leaves. It's crowded. It's full of trees, like the rainforest. The rainforests are dense. They are really crowded and full of trees and plants. Here we have the word grassy. It means it's covered in grass. And humid. Humid, it's something like wet, but not that wet. It's warm and damp, okay? And the antonym is dry. It's like when your mother washes your shirt, for example, and it's not completely dry. It's still humid. It's wet, but not that wet. Okay, the adverbs here. Outdoors, it's not in a building, so it's outside. And neatly, it means in a way that is tidy and in order. When I ask you to write in a neat handwriting or neatly, I mean to do it in a tidy and organized way. Okay, let's move to the classwork exercise. We have here, fill in the following sentences with the words in the boxes. Here, in the box, sorry, we have all the words here. The word humid is repeated twice. This is not a mistake. We're going to use it in two different sentences. Number one, take the footpath along the what path? The footpath, it's the way that is built for people to walk in. It's stones or rocky. So take the footpath along the, which one? Yes, grassy. The grassy path, of course. Okay. Number two, these plants will grow best in a what atmosphere? What do you think the plants like to grow in? Humid atmosphere, of course. If it's dry, they are not going to grow well. So we need a humid atmosphere. Okay. Number three, I'm not really the what type. I prefer indoor activities. So he's not what? Outdoor. Excellent. Outdoor, the opposite of indoor. Number four, don't what? A cigarette on grass. It's not allowed. What do people do to cigarettes after they finish it? They put it out. Yes, so don't put out a cigarette on grass. To put out something, it means to stop it from burning. Thank you. Number five, always take a map and a what with you in the mountains. What can help you to know the directions? Compass, exactly. So we need a compass. Okay. The forecast is for another hot and what afternoon? We can describe the weather as, yes, humid again. Exactly. Okay. Number 7. Carrying a what over your shoulder is so hectic. It's tiring. What is heavy? A rucksack. Yes, exactly. A rucksack. Number 8. He wrote his name, dots at the bottom of the page. If you write your name in a nice way, what do we call it? Neatly. Exactly. Let's have a space here. Okay. Number 9. An area of low, flat ground that is always wet and soft is a, we said it, what do we call it? Marsh. Yes, marsh. And the last one, we decided to have a what down by the lake. What do we do? What do we have when we take our food and we eat it outside to spend the day? A picnic. Great job. Okay, then you have your homework exercise. I'm waiting for you to finish it all, and I hope the lesson was fun for you. Thank you so much for listening, and see you again soon. Bye.